how you doing? It's Jim. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. We're listening to, talk about and do all sorts of things music-y. Today, I'm going to be listening to some Opeth because they have a new single. They do. Well, say new. It's been out for about sort of 5 or 6 days. I think I'm the last person on YouTube to actually get around to listening to this, so my bad. You know, but in my world, that's fairly new still. They have a new album as well. I don't think it's out yet, but it's coming out very soon, called The Last Will and Testament. Last time they had an album out was 2019, before the pandemic. I remember it coming out because I listened to it in its entirety on the channel. And that's one of the first times I ever listened to a whole album on YouTube. And people liked it. A lot of people tuned in and enjoyed that. And I think we listened to it together for the first time. In Corda Venenum, it was called. Now, this single, I don't know how you pronounce this. It's a weird S1, but it's not an S. It's an S with a little round 0 in the middle, or O. Section 1? I don't know what that means. It means it's a mathematical symbol. In mathematics, what could it possibly be? Signify? Sine? Sine? Is it sine and cosine? Maybe it's sine. I don't know. Sine 1. I don't know. Anyway, they have a new single and we're going to listen to it. It is called S1. This is the radio edit. It's 4 3/4 minutes long and it goes something like this. 3, 2, 1. Immediately, it's Opeth. Of course it is. Michael's back. There's so many little stops and starts and changes in their music, isn't there? Very dark. Oh! is mad. Oh my God. Wow. Should we go again? That's a bit too much to take in one go. I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Footsteps. Opening the door. Walking into a haunted house. The music is all very, very sort of unsettling. I love that sliding up. That's so good. Got harsh vocals back. Yeah, baby! This bit. And then it repeats over here on a mellotron. And then something over on this side repeats again. Violin. Clock ticking. That's... Oh, it's so good! Such an unusual bunch of chord progressions and melody. It's so unpredictable. almost as if they've been possessed by a little bit of Devin Townsend. There's some real craziness in here. God almighty. Oh, Michael Ackerfeld, you're still the best in the business at those sort of vocals. Oh my God. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. There is just so much packed into, what was that? Less than 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 47 seconds. Wow. Really, really, really unsettling music. The progression, the chord progression that's being used, utterly unpredictable, but also shouldn't work, but they do. The melody is really, really unusual, and again, completely unpredictable. Opeth do this time and time and time again. It's one of the things that makes them so unique, so stand out from the crowd. And they've been at this now for a long, long time. Very, very long time. And they are, I guess, coming back 5 years after their last album to say, you know what? We're still here. We're still kings. And they absolutely are. This is just absolute sort of manna from heaven. It's just awesome. I really like the inclusion of keyboards now. And I think what they've gone through, this sort of like seismic shift that the band has done, and obviously I don't know where the rest of the album is going, but to have gone from their very early sort of death metal days, where that's exactly what they were, very rough as well, rough and ready, death metal, but then sort of honed it over the course of, I don't know, 6, 7 albums, and to become maybe more sort of progressive metal, but still retaining that sort of death metal edge. And then all of a sudden, they sort of did an entire spin. They pivoted and became prog rock, which I don't think anyone saw coming. Or you may have, I suppose you could have seen it coming if you'd sort of, if you knew their influences and what they were listening to, and actually some little sort of elements within their own music. But to then go off on this sort of prog rock odyssey that they then did for, I don't know how many albums, 3 or 4 albums. It feels to me now that it's becoming sort of full circle. They've sort of got these two sort of different elements of what Opeth are, and are now combining them together to create this ungodly, unworldly, absolutely unknown and unique new sound, which is this sort of real sort of progginess. You know, there's like lots of sort of King Crimson-y sort of sounds in there. So then mixed in with the death metal-y stuff of their earlier work. And it's just sensational. Absolutely sensational. I'm so excited to hear what this album's going to be like. I don't know how long we have to wait for that. If it comes out in September, then it will be literally 5 years since the last album, because that was 2019 in September. Whew. Good things come to those that wait, eh? Wow. Ooh, excited much. I don't know what this is called. If anyone can educate me in the comments, let me know how you're meant to pronounce this. In the meantime, I'll just call it S1. I'll see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim, over and out.